Hello everyone, welcome to Sunday test paper discussion. Today we are going to deal with the chapter called Laws of Motion. A few questions we are going to discuss here. So just before attending this video, please go to the description and click the link for writing the exam. After writing the exam, you can come back and again you can watch this video. Okay, so all the best. Now let's discuss about the question number 1. In a simple Atwood machine, two unequal masses M1 and M2 are connected by a string going over a clamped light smooth pulley. In a typical arrangement, it is given there in the figure. M1 is given the 300 gram, M2 is given the 600 gram. The system is released from rest. Okay, that means the initial velocity is given the which is equal to 0. Find the distance traveled by the first block in the first 2 seconds. So first of all, we have to calculate here what the distance traveled by the first block. That means M1 here. So in order to calculate the distance traveled by the block M1, we can use the formula equations of motion. S is equal to ut plus half at square. As we already know, initial velocity is equal to 0. So we can write the equation S is equal to half into at square. Time is given there, which is given there equal to what? 2 seconds, but we don't know what is the acceleration. In a simple Atwood machine, we already learned that formula. Acceleration is equal to m2 minus m1 divided by m2 plus m1 into g. So if you substitute this value, acceleration of the blocks A is equal to, what is the mass m2? That is 600 gram minus 300 gram divided by 600 plus 300, that is equal to 900 into g value. That means the acceleration is equal to 300 divided by 900 into g, which is equal to g divided by 3 meter per second square. Now we got the acceleration, so we can substitute here what is the distance traveled here. So S is equal to half into, what is acceleration now? G divided by 3 into time square. What is the time now here? 2 seconds, right? So 2 square, that is equal to 4. So answer 2 will cancel here. So answer is equal to 2G divided by 3 meter. So option B is the correct answer. Now look at the second question here. In the above problem, find the tension in the string. Okay, the same problem, we have to calculate here the tension. So as we already know in this Atwood machine, which all the forces are acting on the M2 here. On M2, the force which is acting here downward, that is equal to M2G, weight of the M2. The same way there will be tension will be acting upward, so we can note it down, it is tension. If this is a tension at this point here, this is a tension, and here also there will be same tension, and here the once again tension will be acting upward for the M1. And on M1, one more force acting vertically downward, that is equal to M1G. As we already know, M2 is equal to 600 grams. So M2 is now greater than M1. So in which direction the body will now accelerate? That is downward. So if you see the equation for the M2, we can write here M2G minus tension is equal to M2A, equation number 1. And if you write the equation for mass M1, we can see here the M1 is accelerating upward, correct? M2 is accelerating downward, M1 is accelerating upward. So we can write this equation as tension minus M1G is equal to M1A, equation number 2. So these are the equations we can write from this Atwood machine. And as we already found the value of acceleration, acceleration A is equal to what? G divided by 3 meter per second square. In the previous question, we have already discussed that. So if you substitute this value in this second equation or first equation, we will be getting here in the second equation, if you substitute T is equal to M1A plus M1G, or T is equal to M1 into A plus G. If you substitute the value, tension is equal to M1 into, what is acceleration? G divided by 3 plus G. That is, tension T is equal to, what is M1 now here? M1 is equal to 300 gram. So we should convert into kilogram, SI unit. So we can write here 0.3 kilogram into G by 3 plus G, that is equal to 0.3 into 4G divided by 3. 4G divided by 3. If you substitute this one, you will be getting the answer is equal to 4 Newton. So what is the tension acting here? That is equal to 4 Newton. So option C is the correct answer. Option C. Now look at the third question here. In the above problem, find the force exerted by the clamp on the pulley. What is the force exerted on the clamp? What is the force exerted by the clamp on the pulley? So you can see here, this is the tension acting upward on M2. Same way, here will be the same tension will be acting downward. Here also same tension will be acting downward. And on M1, tension will be acting upward. So you can see in the picture, this is the tension T and this is also tension T. So what is the tension acting on the pulley above? We can say here that is equal to 2T. That is equal to 2T. So same tension will be acting above also. Correct? That is also equal to what? 2T. So what is the question is asking for? Find the force exerted by the clamp on the pulley, that is equal to what? 2 into T. We have already calculated here what the tension. Tension is equal to 4 Newton. In the previous problem we have done. So we can write here 2 into 4, that is equal to 8 Newton is the answer. So option C is the correct answer. Now let's discuss about the question number 4. A block of mass 4 kg is placed on another block of mass 5 kg. So you can see here this M2 is equal to 5 kg and M1 is equal to 4 kg. And the block B rests on a smooth horizontal table, you can see from the picture. Limiting friction between A and B is 12 Newton. That means friction between the two surfaces in contact, that is the M1 and M2, is given the 12 Newton. What maximum horizontal force can be applied on B? That means we are going to apply a force on B, say it as F here. How much can be given? The maximum horizontal force can be applied on B so that A and B move together. Okay, both the body A and B move together. So when the both the bodies move together, we can say here what is the common acceleration. We can calculate the common acceleration as the applied force divided by the total mass. That is, the common acceleration is equal to F divided by 9. M1 plus M2 means 5 plus 4, that is equal to 9. That is the acceleration we got now. That is a common acceleration. Now when you are applying a force on M2, you can see here when you are applying a force F on M2, what will happen? A pseudo force will be acting on M1. So in order to understand that concept, let's draw the free body force diagram. Free body force diagram. This is the case. Consider this is the M1. When a force is applied on the M2, there will be a pseudo force will be acting on M1 in the opposite direction of the applied force. So we can say here M1 into A is the pseudo force acting on M1. Now both the bodies are now in contact, right? So when the applied force on B is towards the right, so you can see here there will be a frictional force will be acting in opposite direction. You can see here this is the frictional force. So as we already know, the frictional force is equal to what? Mu m1g, mu into n, normal reaction force, that is equal to mu m1g is the force, that is a frictional force acting on m1. So here what is the pseudo force acting on M1 here? So we can write it here F pseudo force is equal to M1A, that is equal to M1 means what? 4 kilogram, right? 4 into what is the common acceleration? F divided by 9. So we can write here what? 4F divided by 9 Newton is a pseudo force. Now you can see here as block A move together with B. That's the question is talking about. Both A and B move together. So we can say here what? This must be in equilibrium. Okay, that is M1A and the frictional force must be in equilibrium. So what we can write here? We can write this equation as this pseudo force. Okay, this pseudo force, say it as F pseudo force, must be equal to what? The frictional force. What is the frictional force given there in the diagram? F. So what is the pseudo force here? That is equal to 4F divided by 9, which is equal to, what is the frictional force acting in between A and B in the question? It is given the, that is equal to 12 Newton. So we got now 4F is equal to 12 into 9. Therefore F is equal to what? 12 into 9 divided by 4, which is equal to 27 Newton. Okay, so the option C is the correct answer. Now let's discuss about the question number 5. In the above problem, what is the acceleration produced by this force? So as we already written that one, acceleration is equal to F by 9. We know what is the force here? That is the maximum force is 27 divided by 9, that is equal to 3 meter per second square. So option 3 is the correct answer. I hope you understood these 5 questions. So we will meet next Sunday sharp 8 p.m. Okay, thank you all of you.